Hi everyone, Kendra here, aka Nerdy Millennial, with another video. And that video is about social media and modern cosplay culture. So, welcome back to the channel. Um, Anyone that's been cosplaying since my sister and I have been doing it back in 2007. So, if you've been cosplaying in the early Y2K, and I know some people that have been doing it in the 90s, a lot has changed throughout the years. If you still attend conventions and, still cosplay, a lot has changed. So, back then, cosplay felt different. People cosplayed simply because they loved anime, gaming, comics, and creativity. It wasn't about algorithms, sponsorships, followers, or trying to go viral. It was just fans having fun and expressing themselves. And, we were cosplaying back then. MySpace was a thing and Facebook was as well, but social media back then, Y2K, wasn't really as popular as it is now. And monetization back then really wasn't a thing. I don't know if you guys remember cosplay.com, but that was such a fun site for cosplayers to go on and connect with others and get tips and tricks for their cosplays and things like that. It really was a vibe back then. Now that cosplay has become mainstream and heavily tied to social media, some people feel like the joy has started to disappear. My main point, cosplay used to feel more genuine. Before social media became everything, people would spend months making costumes just because they were passionate about a character. Conventions felt more relaxed, and back then, like, it was more like a connection with other cosplayers, because back then it wasn't as mainstream, and you had a lot of people that did not know about cosplay back then. So when they would see cosplayers, of course they would stare. Some were mean and would say mean comments. So when you would go to conventions back then and see other cosplayers, especially if they're from the same fandom as you were excited. You were like, oh my gosh, let's get a picture. And I must admit, now, since social media is a thing, a lot of people are more focused on themselves. They got their phones out constantly, taking selfies, vlogging. They don't really go up to other cosplayers and ask for pictures. So that's changed a lot from back then. Nobody cared if your cosplay got thousands of likes online, because online validation wasn't the center of the hobby. And like I said, social media really wasn't a thing back then. People appreciated effort, creativity, and fandom passion more than popularity, and that is very true. My next main point, social media changed the culture. Now, cosplay can sometimes feel more like content creation than a hobby. Some people feel pressure to constantly post content, keep up with trends, buy expensive costumes, compete for attention, compare themselves to bigger creators. And honestly, that pressure can suck the fun out of cosplay. When numbers become the focus, people can start forgetting why they love cosplay in the first place. My next main point, don't compare yourself to others. One of the worst things social media created is constantly comparison. You see someone with millions of followers, professional photography, expensive costumes, brand deals, viral convention videos, and suddenly you feel like your cosplay isn't good enough. But cosplay was never about competition. Now, I know some people are like, well, yes, they have competitions. They do have cosplay competitions at conventions. However, those are for individuals that sign up to compete, and there's a prize. But outside of that, cosplay was never about competition. You do not need a huge following, fancy cameras, expensive wigs, viral TikToks to be a real cosplayer. If you genuinely love the character and enjoy dressing up, that's what matters. My next main point, cosplay because you love it. Now I'm going to say it again, cosplay because you love it. At the end of the day, cosplay should make you happy. Do it because you love the fandom, you enjoy creating. It makes you feel confident, it helps you express yourself, it's fun. Not because you're chasing internet clout, because social media trends come and go, but genuine passion lasts much longer. And I'm going to close out with this. I think the cosplay community becomes healthier when people stop focusing so much on numbers and start focusing more on creativity, fun, and connection again. So if you cosplay, don't let social media pressure ruin the hobby for you. Cosplay because you truly love it. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think social media changed cosplay culture for better or worse? And let's keep these comments respectful. We can agree to disagree, and you can share your thoughts, but again, keep it respectful. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.